Hi, my name is Holly, aka Upside Down Mama, and today I just want to give you a really short, simple tutorial on how to get into a handstand. Let's start with some stretches you should always do before attempting a handstand. First of all, your classic downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width apart. Lengthen your spine, let your shoulder blade run down your back. After a few breaths here, start walking your dog out and bringing opposite forearm down to the mat. Spend a little time here, loosening everything up, and then when you're ready, walk your feet forward and take a forward fold. You play here for a few minutes, doing a few different variations. Dangling, releasing tension from your neck, letting your head rock back and forth, and your shoulders. Grab your big toes, pull your chest down to your legs. Take your flat back. Palms turn upward and rock on top of your hands, toes to wrists, knees to armpits. Alright, take it on down to the mat. It is really crucial that you always do a good wrist warm-up when attempting handstands to avoid pain and injury. So let's go over just a few of those. Let's start with palms facing up and lean towards your body. Rock back and forth. Now turn your hands to facing one another and rock side to side. Now palms down to the mat, hands facing your body and rock back and forth. Palms upward, hands facing each other, and some push-ups. All right, let's shake out our wrists. And let's do wrist circles as we bring our arms up above our head. When you reach the top and your arms, your biceps are in your ears, just open and close your fists. Now take your wrist circles back down to the base and shake your wrists out again. All right, let's take it back to downward facing dog. Hands shoulder width apart. Be sure there's a little cushions and a little room between knuckles and earth. And really press into the earth with your fingertips. When you're doing a handstand, you're going to be using your fingertips to balance and counterbalance, and there is just so much control there. So now get into your downward facing dog. Get all aligned. Make sure your pelvis is square. It's hard not to be when you're in a just basic downward facing dog. But now we're going to try to lift our right leg up, femur into hip socket, and still try to keep that squaredness in the hips. Pushing away with your left foot that's on the earth, your right leg will come up and forward below your hips. Now your left leg lifts. You have a 90-degree angle with your legs now, and the top of your lifted foot should be facing the earth. That means that your inner thigh is pulling, or your thigh is pulling inward, and your toes are saying hello to the floor below you. All right, now push away from the earth with your hands, preparing to make a hop. And just start with a hop. The worst thing you could do is to launch forward and fall backwards. This is really about control and starting to feel the way that your body should be shifting and what muscles should be engaging when. So just start with little hops. When you hop up, push up out of your arms. And keep that straight lifted leg working, pulling, flexing. Hop up and attempt to get your hips above your shoulders. Your shoulders are above your wrists, and you're working towards a controlled lift, getting the hips above the shoulders. Eventually, you might feel your balance aligned. At this point, let's check in and make sure our core is really solid and your belly button is pulling back to your spine. Now push out of your arms, straight arms, lift out of your shoulders, and make sure you're still reaching out of both legs. Going down. So just keep trying that every day, and eventually I guarantee that there will be a shift, a hop, where it all makes sense. And here you are, floating in the air. Have fun!